Hey, Chef Ming Tsai here with the Macy's Culinary Council in Hoppin, Houston. I'm psyched to be doing my demo shortly, but psyched to meet Val and Kim. Hi, girls.
Hey, so nice to meet you. You're like one of our just favorite chefs. And you know why?
Why?
Because you're here with Macy's. That makes you just like the ultimate chef in our eyes. And you know what else?
Let's hear it.
Man, you have like an awesome social media page. We love your Instagram.
Thank you.
It's very cool.
Well, you know what? It's about spreading the glory, meaning I love food. I love eating food. I love making food. I love teaching how to cook food, which is really the goal of the Macy's Culinary Council, right? I always say level the playing field, meaning everyone can buy an NFL football. Can they throw like Brady? Maybe, but maybe not. But at least they have the chance to with the right football. So buy the right pots and pans and knives and boards that we all get to use, because guess what? If you don't have the equipment, no, you can't do it.
We're not even there.
But by the way, you see I'm a little bit annoyed. You want to know why? Because I just found out that these two girls, this is Kim, Val's shooting, were in Boston, my town. I'm like, oh, how are your meals at Blue Ginger and Blue Dragon? They're like, uh-oh.
Well, see, what
by.
happened?
And they're supposedly let's see. Oh, yes, you see, where in the world are Val and Kim? Well, they were in Boston, and they, ate at, where'd you eat? Whole Foods? Nothing against Whole Foods. I love Whole Foods.
It doesn't even matter anymore.
It doesn't matter.
It
pales in comparison.
It pales.
But you had good food in Boston, I trust, right? Because you said you had lobster rolls.
Hey.
It is the place for lobster rolls. Oh, Neptune's is great. Did you have their Johnny cake?
Oh,
This
no, we didn't try the Johnny cake.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, we have good food in Boston.
I had the
we have
cold,
finally.
warm.
Oh, really? We finally arrived. Boston is now one of the top 5 cities in the country now.
I believe
Nice.
it. I believe it.
We're here to stay.
So, just to kind of touch back on your background and a little of your history, you worked in your parents' restaurant growing up, and you got kind of a taste and a feel for the business.
I got the
that
restaurant
way.
bug.
Yeah.
As my mom's restaurant, the Manor Kitchen, my dad still is today at 87, one of the foremost designers of composite materials in the world, so graphite materials. So he was at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base chief scientist designing the B-1 bomber, literally a rocket scientist.
Wow.
So I was the good kid, Chinese kid, doctor, lawyer, engineer. I chose engineering. But every summer I started working at my mom's restaurant. And the very simple phenomena of a restaurant is if you serve people delicious food with a smile at a value, not only can you make them happy, you have loyal and then end up being friends for life. And I love the fact that I can make people happy through food. And I've done it ever since, right? I'm 52 now, so I've been cooking since I was 14.
Oh, wow.
So you do that math, right? I mean, that's 38 years of cooking. That's a lot of cooking. And have I made every single hundreds of thousands of people happy through food? No, probably not. But the majority, yeah. And by the ones, the people that don't like my food, that's okay, because not everyone has taste. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
I don't know how your parents brought you up.
They were raised right.
Exactly.
Although almost everyone in the world loves Chinese food. I mean, in the world. There's not a city I've been to in the world that didn't have their normal token Chinese restaurant.
True. That's
and it's
true.
usually always consistently pretty good.
Yeah.
Right?
I
mean,
agree.
I'm not talking about Buenos Aires. I mean, in Rio, and of
All
course
over
in
the
China,
world.
but in Japan, tons of Chinese restaurants. All over South America, tons of Chinese restaurants. All over Canada. I mean, every country has Chinese restaurants. Crazy.
Very cool.
So, we're taking over. Watch out. Watch out.
So tell us, okay, so we want to know, what's your favorite dish? Or what dish do you love to make? Either your favorite dish or one you love to make.
Yeah, it's, if it's, if I'm cooking to impress and I have the time, it's Peking duck. My way, right?
After your heart.
You know how I feel about duck.
It takes 2 days to do it, right? Right? You gotta get the duck. Well, first you gotta raise the duck, and then you pet it, and then you blow the duck up, right? I mean, you literally gotta give the duck a tracheotomy. This duck is now no longer living when you're doing this. You give it a tracheotomy. You stick a Black & Decker air compressor down its throat, and you hold the butt closed, and you force air through it, and it blows it up. And what that does is it separates the skin from the meat. Which is the secret of Peking duck. Because then you dip it in this black vinegar, soy sauce, molasses thing, and you hang it.
Right.
And then you put seasoned citron, peppercorn, salt. But by blowing the duck up and separating it, physically separating it all down the legs, and you rub the legs and stuff so it all separates, when it cooks, all that fat renders off. So you end up with super crispy skin and delicious, luscious meat
I love
and
crispy
no fat.
duck skin.
But it takes 48 hours. So that, again, food is love. And I think this country needs more of this, which is cooking and eating together as a family. If we spend more time doing that, I mean, look, we live in very uncertain times right now, and more than ever before. But the one thing for certain that I know is that we could all sit down at the table more often and bullshit on we're too busy. You can make time to have dinner with your kids and your friends and your families. Make it a priority, and if everyone did that, we'd be in such a better place. This whole world would be in a better place.
Oh, I love that. That's such a
It's
great
true.
I mean, yeah.
If
You have to.
you're gonna
You
take.
need to.
You have to. It's the glue of the family, and if families are together, that's the glue
That's
of
the
society.
fabric, yeah.
That's it. So this is just, I mean, the divisiveness, what's been going on the last year and a half, and we all know why. It's crazy. The crap that's come up, it's always been around, obviously, but it's now risen. It's like the cream rising, but it's not the cream, it's the anti-cream, right? We got to figure out how to bring that back to normalcy, and there's no better way with food. And by the way, maybe a glass of wine or two, too.
You know, it always helps.
We
It
need to
helps you.
chill out a little bit. It's not as bad as people think it is, I hope.
No,
But
definitely not.
but you have to be. And the one thing that's been positive that I've gotten so far out of this uncertainty of times is the people that are kind, the people that are always giving back. We have to actually do even more of it. So we actually have to be even a little bit kinder to everyone to make up for this little delta of disparity that's going on. And that's happened. I just did a great fundraiser for my charity Family Reach, and we raised more money than ever before. Because I'm like, you guys, we have to rely on you more than ever before, and people gave, which is a great sign.
And that was my next question about Family Reach, because I mean, where do you find the time? You do so much. You're an author. You're a TV host. You are president of a nonprofit. I mean, you do that in your spare time too. Come on,
Well,
you're making us look bad.
Anyone can rap.
He's gonna have to drop some bars in a
You
minute.
know,
I just
give us
dropped.
16. Your best 16.
No, I'm kidding. I can't rap. I can dance. Oh, what? Where did you go? Was I going forward or backwards? You couldn't even tell. Couldn't even tell. Family Reach is the most amazing charity. I've been with for 6 years. We're the only national charity that financially supports families who have a child with cancer.
Wow.
The number one cause of personal bankruptcy in this country today is cancer. Right? Think about it. Right? If you're in the 1%, you don't need to worry about it because you're in the 1%. But for the 99% that us are not in it, if your kid gets cancer, worst news any parent could ever give, bar none. Worst news. But the last thing on most parents' minds is, because we have Obamacare, thank God, we have some health insurance, thank God, millions of people have it. It's not that. It's all the extra expenses that you don't even think about.
Right.
Because one, the mom stops working. So now your income's halved in that household because someone who's going to take the 2-year-old to the hospital. You can't throw them on a bus or Uber. It doesn't work. So now you just have your income. But guess what? Everyone has their house, their mortgage, their 2 cars, maybe 1 or 2 other kids. Before you know it, the gasoline, the electricity, the basic mortgage, the basic car payments, you can stop. You can't pay for them anymore. And then once you lose your car, you can't get your kid to treatment.
Right.
Once you lose your home and then
Just
a
a
homeless shelter,
snowball effect.
you are in a downward spiral.
Yeah.
60-70% of parents get divorced because of cancer of a child. Think about that. And I do think it's the stupid dad that says, I can't handle it, I'm gone. Because no mom is leaving a child. No dad, not me. No dad should ever leave a child either. But no mom's ever going to leave a child. It just doesn't happen, right? I mean, in general. But what a horrific addition that cancer causes. Not just the fact that your kid may die, is the fact that it could ruin your family. And just imagine, think about the guilt of this 12, 13-year-old that I'm making my family broke.
No child should ever feel
Right?
like that.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's I call it a humanity. It's not even charity. It's humanity. And it's the thing I've done for 6 years. I've raised $5 million for them over the last 6 years through cooking, through food, through getting people together and having an amazing time of food and wine, listening to the family speak. It's an event called Cooking Live. If you go to familyreach.org, our next one is May 8th in Boston. I've done 5 in Boston, 5 in New York. We've done we've done Denver, Chicago, San Francisco. It's an amazing group of chefs. It's the best chefs in whatever region I'm at, and it's for an amazing cause. So,
Awesome.
thanks for asking about that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
It is.